people talk about like the hypothesis of like, hey, could you take all the nutrients that you get from food and just eat enough pills for it? And it's like, no.
I wish.
In theory, you could, but like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Disappointed and shit. Yeah.
No, you know, we're not there yet.
Damn. You know what I can't wait for if this shit really could be true is
Sex robots.
pretty close.
That's what I'm sticking around for, man. On the times when I can't get out of bed, it's like, nah, man, you gotta keep going. You stay alive long enough, fucking sex robots, dude.
Unfreezing the people that are frozen.
Oh, they're not gonna be unfrozen. They're not. They're not. I don't know why, because I've looked into it.
Oh, that's so funny.
You know what they did? They said, hey, we are gonna freeze you and then unfreeze you later. It's like, okay, cool. How does the unfreezing work? We haven't really figured that out yet, but when we do, we'll unfreeze you. And you know what's dumb about that is that they have no idea if they froze them correctly. It's like, hey, we have the technology to thaw people out. We have to preserve them in this way. So all the heads and all the people that got frozen, their corpses, their bodies may have been ruined in the freezing process. That when we do figure out how to unfreeze them, we may have
like the first step may have been flawed to begin with. Is what you're saying?
Exactly. It's like, hey, yeah. So we did figure out like how to unfreeze a person, but you have to freeze them in this way in order for the process to work. What about all these people over here? Oh, that tissue's ruined.
I know. Then there's no results or research on like, well, what are the effects of coming unthawed? You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying. When you get frozen, they're not. People believe that cryogenics happens, where it's like, yep, we know how to unfreeze people. We'll freeze you and unfreeze you in the future. It's like, no, we know how to freeze people. We got that part fucking figured out. They do not know how to unfreeze you.
God damn it! How's that for like a mass walk-in agreement to like, it's better than nothing. I'll just end it here. Let me just go in this freezer and just...
It's just religion. It's like you pay up right now, and then after you die, we'll give you what we told you we were going to give you.
Dang, that's a good one.
It's just religion part 2.
That's so good.
That's all it is.
Religion part 2. This is the pod.
Religion part 2. Cryogenics. Look into it.
Shit, that was a little craziest comparison.
I mean, it is. I mean, to me, I was like, man, I wonder if I could do that. Future's gonna be lit. I looked into it, and like, you go to their website, and it has like, we have the highest technology freezing process. Like, cool. And it's like, and we hope one day that the technology becomes available. And here's where it gets even better. They offer you a procedure that's cheaper. Well, they'll just freeze your head. They won't freeze the whole body. They'll like cut your head off and freeze it. And it's like again, they have no idea if they can.
It's literally Futurama. I love it.
No, Futurama, they knew what they were doing. They were like, yeah, we unfroze you. That happens all the time. This shit's like, yeah, we're pretty sure that in the future.
I just meant the heads, though. The heads in the jars.
Oh, yeah, that part is, yeah. But the fact that it's like, yeah, turns out we figured out how to do the process. We can't do it to just a head. Why did you tell people that? It's like, I don't know, we just figured,
wow,
the future will be able to do that. We can't.
We needed to please the shareholders, so.
Kind of. It's religion part 2. Do you give me money now?
Oh, shit, that's part 3, religion part
You give me money now, and I'll hook you up in the future.
Oh.
You won't know when.
Hold on. You're telling me anyone that gives like a loan or a front is a religious like...
No. I'm not going that far with it.
Damn.
Yeah, cryogenics.
I'm trying to blanket you.
Doesn't fucking work.
Almost
now.
Almost had you canceled today. Almost.
Brian Dantrog getting canceled.
No. Not exactly that, but almost close to that.
I should clarify that I mean organized religion.
Didn't even know you were black till you got here, so.
Yeah, 27 years. I didn't miss a day. I clock in every day.
You know what's funny, bro, is yesterday I was actually explaining to my friend what safe black was. And I was thinking to you while I was he's like, what's safe black? He's like, go ahead and give me an example of what is safe black.
It's like, dude, Will Smith. Will Smith is safe black. Ice Cube did not used to be safe black, but now Ice Cube is safe black.
Who was my other one?
You know who the litmus test is for safe black? Ellen DeGeneres.
Who? Oh, you know what? Okay, here's a good one. Is this a good example? This was my answer. Tell me if I'm wrong though. I said Chappelle versus Kevin Hart.
No, they're both safe black.
Damn, that's what I kind of was scared of.
They're both safe black.
I might be right. I was like, who's more controversial though?
The definition of being unsafe black.
But I was like, didn't he go off air for not wanting to comply though? Like he became unsafe. He started safe.
No. You're talking about unsafe to like the powers that be.
I believe that.
But the differentiating factor of safe black is, will you physically assault me? That's the definition.
Oh, for real?
Will you physically assault
I
me,
got you.
pull a weapon on me, or bring other dangerous black people around me?
That's even way funnier, dude.
Bro, that's what safe black is. That's what I'm telling you.
Way funnier.
Here, I'm going to save you some time.
NBA Youngboy, here we go. Perfect.
Unsafe black.
Yeah, perfect. Got you.
Here, I'm telling you, go back 6 years ago before she got canceled. If you could see this black person on Ellen DeGeneres, they're safe black. That's the deciding factor. Because she has rappers on. You know who she has on, though? Drake.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj. Safe black. Safe black.
Speaking of your brother, how did you feel about the Weeknd album?
I listened to it.
Damn.
I refuse to.
I'm getting vibes that it might be like Weeknd's Take Care version. Like his own version of Take Care. But definitely from what I've heard, like I said, just snippets. People getting married to this shit.
The reviews that I've heard nothing negative. I've heard everything from legendary to nothing special, but nothing bad. But I've heard a lot of legendary.
Have you ever had a favorite Weeknd song that's like on repeat?
Yeah, several.
I've never had that. And I think when people develop that with like one artist, when you have a song on repeat with one artist, you feel differently about him.
Nah, I think Nah. I mean, music has changed. I mean, keep in mind the days of the album are done. I mean, the statistic is what, I quote all the time, 17% of music listeners, specifically for hip hop, pop, R&B, like the big ones, 17% will listen to your project. The rest are just eating singles. So they're just playing the same songs on repeat all the time. That's most people.
This is a random thought, but I was watching Money Man's live the other day, and it had me like realizing like the level of like fraud and scheming in like hip hop and shit, like, and just like, but this isn't because like people are genuinely deviantly out here. It's like a lot of motherfuckers have no choice, like come out of jail and they're like gotta do some fraud type of fucking shit to survive type of thing.
Wait,
a lot of times.
You mean music business fraud? Or like people that are in music are doing frauds?
I just mean survival in general.
So what's the point you're making? You said the prevalence of fraud in music. I'm asking you, are you talking
because I guess I started talking with Money Man. It was the first thing I was saying.
But I'm saying, are you saying fraud specific to music, or people in music do unmusic related fraud?
I think you should take music out of this completely. Just that people, how prevalent it is to come up and how easy it actually is, but only if you know what you're doing and shit. And it had me realizing, I was like, damn, like, had I really wanted to scheme or like been that kind of person, like I could have, like there's a lot of people who do deviant fucking evil shit,
mm-hmm.
but because they're so selfish and greedy, they get caught, right? I'm not that type of person, so I look back and I'm just like, damn, I could have really maneuvered and gotten away with some crazy shit. Like, had I like, you know what I mean? But I've never taken advantage of the system like that. But a lot of people do come up on the very silent by like doing some super shady shit, putting your name in fraudulent shit and getting money here and there that you shouldn't ever, like things that are like really white collar, like extreme crimes. Yeah.
I think that's again, it's a sign of the times. And if you look at 10, 20 years ago, we'll look at musicians like doing Chaser for the Hustle. It was motherfuckers on the corner. It's Jay-Z fucking like drug dealing. But now the nature of the game has changed. I mean, everything, not to go too far back into our conversation, everything's so virtual, it makes sense. I mean, I don't even carry cash anymore.
Like, isn't it crazy that like rappers are flexing about scamming? Like about swiping and fraud and
some are. I feel like that was like a little wave and it's kind of like has greatly dissipated.
I love Guapdad and you hate him for this.
Bro, Guapdad is probably so fucking stupid.
You know what? Where's my son? Where's my son?
Bro, I don't.
40?
I don't fuck
40?
with that. I don't fuck with him at
40?
all. I just don't think he's talented.
40? Oh, here he is. Man. Here.
Bro, I'll tear that nigga in half. Don't hand him to me.
Yeah.
I'll rip that nigga. I don't fuck with. I just don't think he's talented.
Guapdad 4000. This is a little Guap 40. This is his son. I'm technically his stepdad. We have joint custody.
Yeah, I don't think he's talented. I've heard his music. And I was like, cool. He has a video thing that's really funny. He's like, my name's Guapdad 4000. My life is quickly spiraling out of control. I was like, yeah, that's funny.
He's a gimmick. It's just like, I love that people can just be themselves like that. That's the only thing.
I think I've just seen too many people who started off as a gimmick and then had something meaningful or at least talented.
Dude, one of my favorite things is watching him get jumped by Russ.
Russ jumped him?
His whole goons and shit. Yeah, because he was talking shit to him. Like, they threw him in a dumpster, bro. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's the funniest shit, but he gets out and he likes trying to duke it out. It's hilarious. It's the funniest shit.
It's less funny because I also don't fuck with Russ.
I know.
I don't fuck with Russ at all.
Oh boy, just sitting in there.
He sits in a very specific category of people that I can't fucking stand. I know people like him.
He's a very specific type of person for sure.
You
know people like him?
Yes.
Is it like some know-it-all shit?
It's not about the know-it-all thing. It's that your ego is so big that no humbling experience, no experience that a normal person with a healthy ego would have is going to change you. Like, here's the thing with Russ is that, and I don't know this man, but the way that he portrays himself to be on social media, on the internet.
Is Russ safe black?
Russ isn't even black. That's not even a nigga. I mean, he's not black, right? I mean, he's like Hispanic, isn't he?
Hey, yo, Siri. No, I'm just kidding.
I think he's Hispanic. I don't think he's even a nigga. But my point being this, is that he has this self-confidence. He has these things that he believes about himself, and he believes them to be true no matter what, despite evidence to the contrary. Like, let's say you're a selfish motherfucker, and in your mind, you're like, nope, I am a loving, giving person. And you're just fucking not. And you've experienced several things in your life where it's like, you're just fucking not. Like, that's the thing, is that you're not a loving, giving person.
Absolutely fraudulent in that category of your life.
You're absolutely not a loving, giving person. But nothing that happens in your life is ever going to convince you otherwise. That's Russ. Not about being loving or giving, but the things that I've seen him believe about himself, and then the things that he does, says, and have happened to him, where it's like, hey, I know maybe you think you're this kind of person, but you're not, and here's why. Yeah. He'll never see it. I know niggas just like that. And it's fucking annoying.
Is he a pioneer to you?
A pioneer of what?
Of, like, shitty music?
No.
I'm totally kidding. But, like, in the sense of, like, you know, being, like, the guy who paved the way for, like, do-it-yourself blueprint that he claims to be. You know how that's his gimmick, though, right?
He didn't, though.
Who did?
Who like, pioneered do-it-yourself?
Yeah. Who would you rather give that title and belt to? Before?
Chance.
Damn. So give me someone else. Keep going back.
I don't have to. Chance.
I guess you're right, but Chance is a little corporate for me of an answer.
He might be corporate now, but on the come up, nah.
You want to wear this hat because that's Cap.
I don't think he's even signed to this day.
You might be right. Man, what is he doing now? Damn.
I don't know. Probably like loving God and his family or some shit. Good for him.
Touché.
But I think on the come up, like, him and the rest of the Save Money crew, like, they were just thugging and getting it. Like, hey, we're gonna make this music. We're gonna put it out ourselves. We're gonna push it. And if you want to go even further and like better, Tech Nine.
Chance is so weird because his voice was what broke him. I think. Like, he's so unique in his voice. That's it.
I mean, the voice is definitely unique. It lost him some listeners.
The most unique shit about him.
Maybe.
I think it is.
I'll say this. Him.
Like, let's open the conversation to, like, who are the most unique voices in hip-hop? You can just name 3 or, like, 5, whatever. Just, like, who comes to mind? That you're like, man, I almost wish I had his voice.
Drake has the best voice in hip-hop. No cap. Period. Like, his voice at this point, his voice is just money.
God, it makes so much sense as you wear pink and you say that, but go ahead.
It just is, man. Like, unique, no. I'm not saying Drake's voice is like, man, no one sounds like, no. But like, in terms of like, hey, I can go into a studio and open my voice, open my mouth, and the sounds that come out, people will enjoy Drake. He has the most profitable sound, absolutely. We're going with Unique. I mean, Unique's not always good. I mean, ODB, there's no one like him. His son YDB tries to be, and it's so cringe. It's kind of parody.
I was kind of getting lost in why Drake's mainstream appeal is like the way it is right now. I was like, oh, it makes sense. It's like the enunciation of like everyone can like be an American when you sing Drake music. You know.
I haven't done the study of why Drake is so great.
No,
why
I've done the studies. I wrote some white papers on why Drake.
Great. Just forward me your thesis. I'll check it out. But back to the Russ thing. Tech 9.
Yeah.
Hustle did his
Who
own
would you
shit.
rather get a feature from?
Russ or Tech 9?
Oh, the fact that he's thinking about it. Oh. He just shat on him. You just shat on him so hard, and you're like, Russ or Tech 9? I thought it would be like a no-brainer.
No, it comes down to like what matters.
You're like the guy who really changed the world, right? Russ.
Nah. Russ is more relevant in terms of mainstream stuff. So like in terms of like getting yourself out there and like being in people's mouths and like having the masses know who you are, Russ will give you that. But if you think you can get that on your own and you just want the capital to do it, Tech.
Damn, yeah.
The split's going to be nicer because like he signed himself, and also Tech 9 fans are the most dedicated fans.
You're still kind of missing the main point though. I think the main thing you should look at is the demographic, which you kind of did at the end. But Tech 9's fans are going to be majority males. Like we're talking like 80%.
Yeah.
You know Russ can have 50% females for sure. I think that should be your ultimate deciding factor.
I think what comes down to sex is, I mean, the difference is it's way too big.
Like I have records right now that I can't put out because I need that female demographic for that main artist.
Why?
Because the record wouldn't do well with like the for like a male.
What I'm saying is the numbers. I'm saying that's a moot point because a Russ record is going to do. It's going to do numbers quickly, significantly faster than Tech's will. So it won't even matter demographic.
Sucks, right? Yeah, it sucks.
But Tech's fans, like I mean, like with people who get like gold plaques 10 years later.
Oh
shit! If it's a Tech 9 song, his fans will not.
Why,
stop.
that sounds so disrespectful.
No, I mean, like,
I know, it's a goal for sure, but it's like,
I mean,
it just was like that's probably gonna be me. Like that's gonna be me like 20 or 30 years or some shit. But like,
I mean, like there are songs that were like minor hits, like we peaked at like number 60, but everyone played the song a bunch and just never did big enough numbers. But people still keep coming back to that, like it'll go gold in 10 years.
Yeah,
there's big groups that have that, and I feel like Tech 9, it's just gonna happen because his fans play his shit all the fucking time.
Moscow goes ham with my shit, bro. Specifically.
Yeah, Russia. I don't know.
But that specific city just shazamming the shit out of me. Like, I would love to go to Moscow and just walk through the streets and be like, do I hear my shit? Because I'm just like, how is this happening? Like, every fucking day in this city. Like, you know?
I don't know what they're doing. I mean, my first album, that was the first project that broke 100,000 streams for me. Fucking Russia, man.
Damn.
Didn't promote it. Didn't do nothing. Just released it. And there's what it is there was one. Like, you know what, you go to like a distributor, there's like, oh, we'll put it on Deezer because that's big in France. We'll put it on Spotify, iTunes, Apple. Going through, DistroKid, what's the other one? Not DistroKids, not CD Baby, whatever it was. The one that I went to the first time, they are the only one that has this like niche Russian version thing. And so I was like, I guess.
You know what it could also be though, is I bet some of these places have stores and shit that they just got your shit on playlist. You know what I mean?
Doubt it.